Straight ahead on 12 News Weekend, a bill to legalize medical marijuana.
It just seems ridiculous not to try something that may help these kids live a better life.
And a Golden Valley family who's in full support. Plus, changes at your local car dealership, from the buyer to the seller. But first, a move that could shake up the Twin Cities grocery market.
There's a lot of things that they're offering that we don't have.
12 News Weekend starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us on 12 News Weekend. I'm Shannon Slatton.
And I'm Delane Cleveland. A major Midwestern grocery store chain now has its eyes on the Twin Cities. Des Moines, Iowa-based Hy-vee wants to build as many as 6 stores in the metro. As Cassie Bonstrom reports, one of those stores could include the city of New Hope.
Right now, the old Kmart site on Xylon Avenue in New Hope sits empty, but the Iowa-based grocer Hy-vee has high hopes that it could soon be home to a 90,000 square foot grocery and convenience store.
You know, we're really excited about this opportunity as well.
On Monday night, city councilors listened as representatives from Hy-vee presented their plan.
We're fulfilling a need that we don't think is being met today.
The concept design includes not just the usual food departments, but also a dietitian on staff, a coffee shop and lounge, a liquor store, and an eating area.
A restaurant component, a market grill inside of the grocery store itself, sit-down seating, hosts, full-serve restaurants, really what it is.
Hy-vee says they differ from other grocery chains because their stores have low prices, but an upscale feel. And because Hy-vee is privately owned, employees at each store share in the profits and have more at stake.
If you share the profits with your employees, they take ownership, and we think that gives us a definite advantage on the customer service side.
Mayor Kathy Hemken calls the overall concept, quote, fabulous.
There's a lot of things that they're offering that we don't have.
It not only would bring 400 to 600 jobs to the area, according to Hy-vee, but it combines everything the city wants for that space.
We have heard from the citizens for 10 years that they wanted a grocery store, and this is so much more than a grocery store.
If all goes as planned, the New Hope store could very quickly become a reality. Mayor Hemken says the city will soon hold an open house to get feedback from the public, and if that goes well, construction could begin by the end of next summer.
Meantime, a new grocery store has opened in Brooklyn Park. Dragon Star Oriental Foods has opened in the former Rainbow Foods location at the corner of Brooklyn Boulevard and West Broadway. Dragon Star also owns and operates an Asian supermarket in St. Paul. The store manager says Dragon Star wanted to open a grocery store in Brooklyn Park for 5 years, and now the opportunity finally presented itself. Well, state lawmakers convened this week. Among the items back on the table, a bill to legalize medical marijuana. As
Sonia Goins reports, it's a bill one Golden Valley family hopes will pass.
Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies.
Most of the time, 2-year-old Harlow is a typical toddler.
Look what I have. Can you pour some tea for Mama? Hi. You say hi?
She likes to laugh and play games. But there are times when the fun stops.
3.5 months old, she had her first seizure.
Harlow suffers from Dravet syndrome, a rare form of epilepsy.
Frightening. Never seen anything like that. Thought I had a healthy baby.
She has multiple seizures every day.
It's unbelievable. You almost wish she had anything but seizures. They're that horrible.
Beth Hunley says it's unbearable to watch.
And it's almost like you leave your body and you just turn into super mom mode. Do whatever you can to stop a seizure, and we call 911 right away, so it always causes this big neighborhood scene.
Little Harlow is on a slew of medications.
Right now she's on 5 medicines that we take 13 doses of a day.
The medicines make Harlow lethargic.
It makes her dizzy, it makes her walking unstable, and so all of those side effects do not happen with medical marijuana.
That's why Beth is pushing for the legalization of medical marijuana in Minnesota.
It just seems ridiculous not to try something that may help these kids live a better life and potentially from dying. These seizures can cause death.
She says it's worked for other children with medical conditions like Harlow.
Kids are walking and riding bikes that weren't able to do that before.
2 medical marijuana bills are up for review in the state legislature. Representative Mike Freiberg is co-author of one of those bills.
Felt a great deal of sympathy for her as a father myself. I can't even imagine what she's going through dealing with this. So it's something I think the legislature can do just to be compassionate, basically.
Good girl.
Hundley is hoping lawmakers look past negative images associated with marijuana.
And people picture children smoking joints, and it's not like that. It's an oil. It's mixed with olive oil and given, just like Harlow's syrup, pharmaceutical.
Do you want a color?
For now, Harlow's family is holding on to hope and living one day at a time.
Live life and enjoy it all you can. You don't ever know how long you got, right?
In Golden Valley, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
Some law enforcement agencies are against the bill, saying the drug could end up in the wrong hands. Governor Dayton says he won't sign a bill unless law enforcement is on board.
Teachers in the Osseo School District are pressuring school leaders to reach a deal on a new contract.
What do we want? Contract! When do we want it? Now!
Osseo area school teachers have been working without a contract since July. They say they want improvements to their salaries and health benefits to keep pace with neighboring districts.
We have helped leverage district assets by saving on healthcare costs, early retirement incentives. The board also got more money this year from the legislature. So this is a time that we think is time for us to get a contract salary increase.
The Osseo School Board has raised concerns about the district's long-term budget forecast that shows expenses exceeding revenue. Union members, however, feel confident the two sides can reach an agreement before reaching out to a mediator for assistance.
In our weekend review, students in the Wayzata School District will see new classrooms and new classroom technology. Taxpayers voted overwhelmingly in favor of a building bond request and a technology levy renewal. Wayzata school leaders say the building request was necessary to keep up with new housing developments and all-day kindergarten starting in the fall. The $109 million building bond will pay for an expansion to the high school and a brand new elementary school. The city of Osseo hopes to have a new police station open in October. This week, the city council approved $40,000 worth of design work. The new police station would be an addition to City Hall. Osseo has been working for several years to replace the 1930s home that currently serves as police headquarters. And a reminder in Robbinsdale, there's no parking on the side of the street with even number houses. It's the same rule as in Minneapolis. All the snow and cold have made it difficult to navigate neighborhood streets and caused some close calls for emergency vehicles. It's the first time in at least 10 years Robbinsdale has put such emergency parking restrictions in place. Our snowfall totals are about 15 inches above normal, and March hasn't even started yet. Coming up on 12 News Weekend, the changing face of your local car dealership. We'll show you one powerful reason why up next.
Then later in sports, it's an overtime battle for a section hockey title as Benilde St. Margaret's faces Eden Prairie.
But first, is it over yet? Not quite. Your AccuWeather forecast shows we might not see the 20s until Wednesday.
Automobile trends show the fastest growing segment of car buyers is women.
And car dealerships are changing too. There's more of a chance a woman might be the one selling you your car.
Good morning.
On a typical day, you never know what you might find Kim Beerbaum doing.
If there's anything we can help you with, just let us know.
In her job as sales manager at Maury's Nissan in Brooklyn Park.
And I've pretty much done everything there is to do in a dealership over my years.
Her coworker across the lot at Subaru.
Hi Sam, this is Tina, Maury's Brooklyn Park Subaru.
Manager Tina Ingalls says if there's a job to do, her sales team tackles it together.
We have allocations, we order cars, we clean cars, we broom. We can do anything from plowing the lot to actually washing your car.
Tina and Kim are two in a handful of women working here at Maury's in the traditionally male-dominated field of car sales.
You're learning and evolving every single day, and our business is constantly changing.
And the clientele is changing too. Women have long had a say in what kind of car they drive, but now they are researching and some say driving the decision of which car to buy.
Watching individual women come in, they're doing it on their own a lot more. And I'm telling you, they are very educated buyers.
Beerbaum says buyers now read reviews and research online before they ever set foot on a lot.
They've already made the decision, based on their online research that they've done, what they're going to buy. So they're out shopping for who they want to deal with.
And there's a good chance they could build a quick rapport with more salespeople like Kim
or Tina.
With that instant rapport, that we can actually, build a relationship, within that hour or 2 hours that they're here at the dealership.
Analysts expect auto sales to heat up as the weather gets warmer. 2013 was the highest year for car sales since the economy slumped back in 2007. Coming up, the benefits of being a mentor. We'll show you how it's worked out for one local family.
But first, Cooper and Maple Grove battled in the opening round of the boys basketball playoffs. That's coming up in sports with Jay Wilcox. Welcome back. Jay Wilcox joins us now with sports, and it is miserable for a lot of people outside, but it's that magical time of year for hockey playoffs.
It does still feel like winter, obviously, and sometimes that feels more like hockey weather, doesn't it? Benilde St. Margaret's ousted top seed Wayzata in the semifinals of the Section 6AA boys hockey tournament. The Red Knights then face number 2 seed Eden Prairie in the section final at Mariucci Arena. The Eagles open the scoring. Luke Snuggerud springs Steven Spinner, who splits a D and slides it under Jalen Long for a 1-0 Eden Prairie lead. A good scoring chance for Benilde later in the first period. Mark Caskey with a nice move to get free, but Jake Gertis makes the save, and it's a 1-0 game after 1. Second period, and the Red Knights tie it up. Spencer Noss takes the puck off the sideboards and goes out front and is able to beat Gertis with a great move. Later in the second, the Eden Prairie defenseman will fall, and it allows Nate Meyer to center the puck to Will Duda in the slot. He scores. Benilde leads Eden Prairie 2-1 after 2. On to the third period, and the Eagles tie it up. Spinner carries the puck in and centers it to Colton Schmidt for the quick shot and goal, and that makes it 2-2. And it stays that way until the second overtime, when Eden Prairie's Jack Keeley cuts between the defensemen and rips a high wrist shot for the game winner. Keeley's shorthanded goal sends Eden Prairie to state with a thrilling 3-2 win. In Section 5AA, Maple Grove fell in the semifinal round. The number 2 seed Crimson meeting 3rd seed Centennial. Centennial's Reiner Gorowski gets the puck and sneaks a shot in from a tough angle for a 1-0 lead. The Cougars dominate this one early. Then watch Gorowski pick off the pass, turn the defenseman around, and beat Brady Goodman with a great move. Centennial leads 2-0 after a great first period for them. Maple Grove plays better in the second. Josh Passel's slap shot here, stopped by Blake Miller. And then on a 2-on-1, Connor Lovick is patient and zips a shot high on the stick side, and the Cougars eliminate Maple Grove 4-0. The state wrestling tournament kicked off with team competition. After getting blitzed by top seed Apple Valley 64-4, Maple Grove facing Willmar in the consolation bracket in 3A. Tyler Shilson gets near fall points on his way to a major decision at 113 pounds. Jack Kirby's follows suit, scoring near fall points on his way to a 15-6 major decision over Jacob Bolig, and it's 8-3 Crimson. But Willmar gets a pin from Austin Miley in the 126-pound match, and they go on to knock the Crimson out with a 36-26 win. In Class 2A quarterfinal action, Totino Grace meeting defending champ Casson Manterville. Isaac Florell gets the pin for Grace in the 182-pound match. The Eagles take the lead 23-20. Two-time state champ Lance Bennick does his part at 195, using the cradle to get the pin on Hayden Sheeran of Casson Manterville. Grace is up 29-20 with 2 matches left, and then the controversy begins. Leading by 2 points in the third period at 220 pounds, Grace's Kez Flomo is ruled to have bitten Chase O'Connor. Flomo is disqualified, and the Grace coaches are furious. The Comets win by pin at heavyweight, and Grace is penalized 14 points. They fall 32-25. In the Section 5 4A boys basketball quarterfinals, 3rd seed Maple Grove hosting 6th seed Cooper. Nice job by the Crimson working the ball around outside, then going into Reed Nico for the basket, plus a foul. Later in the first half, Maple Grove keeps the ball on the perimeter, and sharpshooter freshman Brad Davison knocks down a 3. This one makes it 17-8 Crimson. And a couple of trips down the court later, Davison will hit from the corner for another 3. Maple Grove is up 14 on Cooper after this one. Davison scores 19 points on the night. Second half, and Cooper tries to rally Teron Pickford with a couple of fakes, and then he'll just let it go. It's a 3, 14 for Pickford in the game. Joe Johnson shooting a three-point try for Cooper. He misses. Brandon Robinson is there to put it back. Robinson leads the Hawks with 16 points, but it is not enough. Nico scores a game-high 23 as Maple Grove advances with a 70-54 win. Osseo, Park Center, and top seed Champlain Park also won in the quarters. Park Center and Champlain Park meet in the first semifinal Tuesday night at 6 at Rogers High School. Maple Grove and Osseo tip off in the second semi Tuesday night at 8. And those semis and finals at Rogers, really one of my favorite highlights of the year every year. It's some great basketball.
It's going to be some excited fans out there.
I
Exciting
think so,
time.
no doubt.
Thanks, Jay. Still ahead, a match made in the kitchen.
We'll meet a big sister, little sister team who are learning a lot from each other when we come back. Studies show that if students have an influential adult in their lives, they are more likely to do better in school.
And they are more likely to do well after they graduate high school. There is a growing need for more mentors in our area.
Golden brown. Watch closely to prevent over baking.
It's time for dinner.
There it is.
We are ready.
And taco salad is on the menu.
Then we'll drain off
Both
the
Jeannie and Kara like to spend time in the kitchen.
Yeah.
How come?
Because I like to cook. She likes to cook.
Which is one of the reasons why the organization Big Brothers Big Sisters thought they would be a perfect pair.
The look on Jeannie's face when I pick her up, or the look on her face when I say that we can't meet a week, and she's all like, oh, you know, so that just makes it all worthwhile.
They've been matched together as a big and little sister for 2 years.
What I like about her is she's nice and kind and sweet, and she cares about me.
Jeannie spends time every other week with her mentor, Kara. Sometimes they stay home and just hang out. Other times they do something fun around town.
My big sister, she's nice and caring, and if you got a big brother or big sister, they'll probably care about you.
What we know about mentoring is that when we can make long-lasting, strong relationships, it makes a big difference in the lives of that child.
Okay, put this in.
There are around 2,000 big brother, big sister relationships in the Twin Cities, and there's a need for more.
Specifically, there are kids who need a match geographically in people who can meet with kids who are in North Minneapolis, specifically men, and specifically people who come from communities of color.
Mentors must commit to be involved for at least a year and organize 3 or 4 meetings a month.
Should we sit at the table?
Kara says it's an easy commitment where she reaps the rewards.
That's all I need. That's all I need is just for her to be happy and for her to have a great time and for her to look forward to our time together.
That's what happened in the book.
And if you are interested in becoming a big brother or big sister, check out the website to learn more. The website is www.bigstwincities.org. And we didn't quite have it in the piece, but they really go all over the Twin Cities. They go to Twins games, Saints games, check out museums. They have a good time, and it's rewarding for both of them.
Great program.
Yeah, win-win. That's all the time we have for now. Thanks for joining us.
See you on Monday.